Today I have come to talk about capital. Capital. That is a song that everybody who wants to become successful and has not yet started talks about. This is Robert Bake, Mr. Inspiration from World of Inspiration Group. And Ovunuzi Cafe. Ovunuzi Cafe is in Wandege, opposite YMCA gate. That's where I sit. Many people comment asking me where I sit. Some people send me inbox messages. I sit at Ovunuzi Cafe in Wandege. Come to support me, and you'll find me there. We'll have a chat. Yes, I've been doing wealth creation series. I promise to have 100 days of sharing with you all that I know about money, business, investment, career, and success. And today it is part 10 today of sharing with you about wealth creation. And today I want to talk about capital. Capital. There are many ways of getting capital. I will mention a few. Number one, you can save capital from your savings. Let's say if you have a job, you can say, I'm going to be saving part of my salary to use it as capital to start the venture that I want to start. Maybe you want to buy land, you want to start a shop, you want to do farming, whatever it is. Number two, there is an option of partnership. Partnership, that's where you have an idea, there is somebody else that has capital, and you team up together. You don't have money, but you have an idea. And then you do it together. That's another form of capital. There is also borrowing a loan that does not have interest. Let's say from a friend, a family member, a relative, a well-wisher, a mentor. They can lend you money. They say, okay, have this 10 million, give it to me after a year without interest. There are those that borrow and start with the money that has interest, although that one is not encouraged if it is your first time to go into business and investment. However, if you have been in business and investment, now you have already learned a lot about managing debt and so on. There you can borrow and start your venture. However, if it is your first time, do not use borrowed money. Because remember, borrowed money that has interest starts counting interest immediately the moment you start using it. And yet, profit may take time to come. Capital is in form of a grant. I've seen even the government gives grants, parish development model, entandikwa, wanawagagawale. They can say, okay, we are giving 5 million shillings to every group member. That can be starting capital. Remember, capital is a seed. That capital is not what is going to do everything for you. It is what starts. You must know how to compound it. In case you missed the part where I talk about compounding money, multiplying money, you need to go and watch that part. It is under this series. However, I must remind you that as we think about capital, we should not only think about capital in terms of money, we should also remember that there are other forms of capital that are actually more important than money. That if you do not have those forms of capital and you have only money, you will fail. I'm talking about talent, I'm talking about skills, I'm talking about passions, I'm talking about knowledge. All these are important forms of capital, even if they are not in money form, but they can be converted into money. That reminds me that actually the word capital comes from a Latin word capitum, which means the head. So capital is the head matter, the brain. What is in your mind? That is why we have capital city, which means head city. We have capital letter, which means the main letter. When I started business, I was into publishing. I did not have financial capital, but what I had were these that I have mentioned. My talent in writing, my skill. I could write for people proposals, they pay me money. I edit for people, they pay me money. I design for people, they pay me money. I would use my knowledge to do research for organizations, they pay me money. That is how I was able to generate capital. Meaning, even these talent, skill, knowledge, passion, and so on, they are a form of capital that can actually be converted into money. So instead of crying that you do not have money to start. If you have knowledge and skills, start with that. You could be an accountant, and every weekend you just watch soccer, you sleep and get tired of sleeping. Have you considered organizing classes, let's say for small businesses, to know how to organize their finances, how to do the basic accounting in business, and you charge them, let's say, 50,000 a week? You can actually use that. You use your knowledge, your skill, your talent, your passion to actually generate capital. Thank you so much for always watching my videos. These are wealth creation series with Paquet. This was number 10, meaning we have just covered a 10th, because I intend to have 100 episodes. Be sure in this series, I'm going to share with you all that I know about money, business, investment, career, and success. I want to encourage you to comment so that I know what you think about my ideas. I also encourage you to follow me, subscribe in case you have not yet subscribed to this account. Also share so that people in your networks can get this vital information. And I'll always be glad whenever I see you at Obunuzi Cafe supporting me. Obunuzi is in Wandegea, directly opposite YMCA main gate. When you reach YMCA, you have arrived. You'll be seeing we have 3 signposts. You cannot get lost. And when you enter Obunuzi restaurant, ask, where is Mr. Inspiration? Where is Bake? And I will come and shake your hand. We shall share the things that I share in these videos. We shall talk. I do not charge anybody for advising or mentoring you, because I have been mentored freely. May God bless you. See you tomorrow as we tackle episode 11.